Hello students. This video session is for power electronics and PLC. So let's begin from the VI characteristics of power diode. So I told you in the previous video lecture details about the VI characteristics, and in this video also I am explaining all the details of the VI characteristics. These are the uh, These are the points regarding the VI characteristics of power diode, which I am explaining in this video in detail. So also I am explaining in this video about the applications of the power diode, and I am including, and I am starting from the switching characteristics of power diode. Switching characteristics include the current characteristics, the voltage characteristics, the power loss characteristics of the power diode during turn on condition and during turn off condition. So these are all the characteristics of the IF, VF, power loss. This is the diode current. This is the diode voltage, forward diode voltage. This is the power loss characteristics, and these are the description regarding the switching characteristics, which I will explain in this video in detail. Okay, start with the VI characteristics of power diode. In the VI characteristics of power diode, what you observe, what you see this characteristics is for the forward characteristics, and this characteristics is for reverse characteristics. So we compare the VI characteristics for both signal diode and power diode. So for signal diode, what is the VI characteristics? See, when the diode conduct in forward biasing mode, when the voltage starts from 0, and when it reach one voltage known as cutting voltage or forward threshold voltage or turn on voltage, beyond this voltage the diode starts conducting and the current increases exponentially. This graph represents exponential rise of the diode current. Okay, so in this case the on state voltage drop is 0.8 to 1 volt. And what happened in the reverse characteristics or reverse bias mode? Here in the reverse bias mode there is one normally in the reverse biasing mode diode is not conducting, but there is some reverse leakage current. I will show you this in the characteristics graph. This part is the reverse leakage current, and at some point at some time or at some point that is the peak reverse repetitive voltage. At this point your diode current will increases drastically. This is the current rises drastically. Okay, so when in reverse characteristics, when there is the anode current rises drastically higher level, then this level or this point, this mode is the reverse breakdown mode or the reverse breakdown level. So we should not let the device operate beyond this voltage. This voltage is also known as peak inverse voltage. So understood the details VI characteristics of the signal diode. So what are the differences in the VI characteristics of signal diode and power diode? See, this blue line is for the power diode. What is this meaning? in the power diode the voltage rating is greater. Okay, so normally signal diode voltage rating is let 15 volt. So but in case of power diode the voltage rating is of higher level of voltage, that is in the form of few kilovolt. Let it be 5 kilovolt, 3 to 5 kilovolt. So here the operating voltage is the higher, that's why here this label, this is the, what is this, this is the cut-in voltage level. So in case of signal diode the cut-in voltage level is here, but in case of power diode the cut-in voltage level is somehow greater than the signal diode. So here the cut-in voltage level is here in this point. So what happened? So beyond this cut-in voltage point the current rises linearly. This is the linear graph of the current. Okay, so in the case of power diode the on state voltage drop is about 1.5 volt to 3 volt. I told you the voltage rating, the voltage level for power diode is greater as compared to the signal diode. So in case of signal diode the on state voltage drop is from 0.8 volt to 1 volt, whereas the on state voltage drop in power diode is 1.5 volt to 3 volt. This is as compared to the 3 to 5 kilovolt is very small or very negligible, and this voltage 0.8 to 1 volt as compared to the 15 volt is smaller. Okay, so and what happened in the reverse characteristics, what happened, there is also in case of power diode there is also in the reverse case. So what happened in the reverse characteristics? I told you when cathode is positive with respect to anode, the diode is said to be in reverse bias mode. In reverse bias condition, there is small leakage current, that is reverse leakage current. So this portion, this current, this portion is the reverse leakage current portion. This portion is the reverse leakage current. So reverse leakage current increases slowly with the reverse voltage. See, this is the voltage axis. So by gradually increasing the voltage, the reverse leakage current increases slowly. And it increases up to which level? Up to this avalanche level. This point is known as the avalanche breakdown level. This is also in the power diode also, this is known as peak reverse repetitive voltage. So this peak reverse repetitive voltage is the breakdown voltage of diode. So when this voltage is reached, the diode is turned on in the reverse direction and the diode current increases drastically. Understood the reverse characteristics of the power diode. This is the forward characteristics of power diode. So this is the cut-in voltage level, these are. Okay, so now come to this part. So I told you in the previous video about the PN junction of the diode. So let's see what happened in case of the power diode, how the holes and electrons move, move from one layer to another layer in case of power diode. See, in power diode this is anode, this is cathode. I told you about the forward condition, about the forward biasing mode. Okay, so see, this is P plus layer, this is N minus layer, this is N plus substrate. Okay, so P plus means highly doped P layer, N minus means lightly doped N layer, N plus means heavily doped N layer or highly doped N layer. So this is the highly doped P layer. P layer means majority charge carrier is holes, but P plus, that means large number of holes are there. Similarly, N minus lightly doped N layer, and normally N layer is majority charge carrier is electrons, but it is N minus, so it has less number of electrons. Similarly, N plus means majority carrier is electrons, and that is N plus, means highly doped of electrons, that is the large number of electrons in this layer. So what happened during the conduction in the forward biasing mode, that is A positive, means anode is positive with respect to cathode. So you apply forward voltage across anode and cathode. So here is the PN junction, that is J1. So when anode is positive with respect to cathode, the holes are moved towards N minus layer. But this is the drift space, drift region. It has less number of electrons, so it will not carry that much of, it will not carry any type of conduction at this stage. So at the same time, when K is negative, so what happened? These electrons move towards this N minus layer due to the repulsion force, because negative and electron is also negative charge. So negative, there is some repulsion force. So due to this repulsive force, these electrons move towards N minus layer. Similarly, A positive, holes carry positive charge. So here is also one repulsive force. So due to this, holes are moved towards this N minus layer. So now this N minus layer is the full of charges of positive charge or holes, and negative charge and or electrons. So N minus layer is full of holes and electrons. So now here the combination process will start. Now once the combination process will start, then current conduction is possible from anode to cathode. So this type of injection of holes and electrons is known as double injection. From holes from here, injection of holes from here, and injection of electrons from here. This is known as double injection, or it is called as a conductivity modulation. Means here the conductivity is modulated or enhanced or increased. Okay. So so this power diode is called as a bipolar device. Why this is called as a bipolar device? Because for the conduction of this diode, there is both movement of holes and electrons are participated. That's why this is known as a bipolar device. And here is also large ohmic drop in N minus layer. Why? Because this N minus layer has less number of electrons. That means it will show some kind of on state resistance. So when the anode to cathode conduction is started, the current through this layer will flow, and it has large on state resistance. So due to the current and the on state resistance, it has large ohmic drop. Understood? So in power diode, in very less on time, in very short duration, in very short time, there is a large ohmic drop, and there is also large power loss in the power diode. Obviously power diode operate in high voltage, high current rating. So obviously here power loss level is also high, power rating is also high. Understood? So for large breakdown voltage, what is the use of this N minus layer? I told you in previous video. So for large to withstand this large breakdown voltage in this PN junction, there is large breakdown voltage. To withstand this large breakdown voltage, here is large width of N minus layer and also large width of depletion layer. Understood clearly? And also this power diode is capable of operate in high reverse voltage. It has the high reverse voltage capability in case of power diode. So what you learn from this power diode? What are the main differences, main advantages, points of power diode? Power diode has the high reverse voltage capability. Power diode can withstand large breakdown voltage. To withstand this large breakdown voltage, it has large width of this n minus layer, and due to this large width of n minus layer, it can absorb the large depletion layer. Okay, so and this characteristics is for the BI characteristics for ideal diode. What will happen in this characteristics? See, in the ideal diode case, the in the ideal diode case, the on state voltage drop is 0 and off state leakage current is 0. See, the on state voltage drop is this part, but in ideal diode case the on state voltage is 0. There is no on state voltage, so that the characteristics of forward biasing is like this. And the off state leakage current, this part is the off state leakage current. So in ideal case there is no off state leakage current, so the reverse characteristics is like this. So this characteristics is for the ideal diode. So current characteristics is in this way and the voltage characteristics in this way. Okay, now you totally understood about the VI characteristics of power diode. Hello students, let's start with the switching characteristics of power diode. So what do you mean by switching characteristics? Switching characteristics means it is the current characteristics and voltage characteristics, diode current characteristics, diode voltage characteristics during turn on condition and during turn off condition. So what happened to the diode current, what happened to the diode voltage during turn on and during turn off, we study from these characteristics. So see, this is the ID, diode current versus time graph. This is the VD, diode voltage versus time graph. These are the switching characteristics. This part is the switching turn on switching characteristics. This part is the turn off switching characteristics. So what will happen in turn on condition? See, when we applied positive voltage, forward voltage to the diode, when we applied positive voltage to the anode with respect to cathode, current will rises. This is the positive slope of the forward current, that is DIF by dt. This is the positive slope of the forward current. This time is represented by T1. During this time T1, current increases gradually, and at this point, after this point, current remain constant. This is termed as capital IF, forward current. So diode rises rapidly in the duration T1, and after this T1, let it be during the time T2, diode current or forward diode current remain in constant position, remain constant. So this T1 and T2 represented as forward recovery time. So T1 plus T2 gives you forward recovery time. Forward recovery time, that is equal to T1 plus T2. Forward recovery time is the time required by the diode to turn on. Forward recovery time is the time required to turn on the power diode. This time is T1 plus T2. So what happened to the voltage waveform? See, during this T1, diode voltage voltage across the diode gradually rises from the negative region minus VR to the zero level, and this zero level to it will overshoot up to the maximum point, and the voltage at this maximum point is Vp. So during the T1 voltage gradually rises negative level to the positive level. It will overshoot up to the peak level, that is that peak level represented by Vp. And after rising up to the maximum level or peak level of voltage, the voltage starts decaying. Now voltage is in negative slope, gradually decaying, and after decaying during the time t2, it will remain in a constant state. This voltage is known as V on state. So during forward turn on switching, or during the switching characteristics of diode, during turn on, in the switching characteristics of diode during turn on, current gradually rises and remain in a stable position, and also voltage also overshoot, oscillate to a peak level and then decay and then again remain in a stable level. So now after T2, diode remain in on state. So, and the time required to turn on the diode is known as forward recovery time. So what happened after diode remain in turn on position? So after this part, this side graph represent switching characteristics during turn off, or reverse switching characteristics. So after forward diode current remain in stable position, when we want to turn off the diode, we need to remove the supply voltage or forward voltage from the diode. So after we remove the forward voltage from the diode current first starts decay to zero. Here this is the case where the diode current starts decay to zero, and what you see, after the forward diode current decays to zero, the diode continues to conduct in the reverse direction because the presence of stored charge in the two layers. The reverse current flows for a time called reverse recovery time. This TRR represented by reverse recovery time. So the diode regains its blocking capability until reverse recovery current decays to zero. So first diode current decays to zero, and then after it reaches to zero, diode also in a conducting position. So diode remain in off state. After this, reverse recovery current decays to zero. So the time required to reduce this reverse recovery current, or the time required to decay this reverse recovery current to zero, that time is known as reverse recovery time. So the reverse recovery time is defined as the time between the instant forward diode current becomes zero and the instant reverse recovery current decays to 25% of its reverse peak value. This is the reverse peak value. It would be IRR. So IRM. This part is the IRM. Okay. And this part is IRR. So when we want to turn off the diode, we remove the supply voltage. After removing the supply voltage, diode is not in a off state due to the presence of stored charge. So what happens? See, anode current decays to zero, but in this case the slope is slope is dir by dt. Here this current is represented by reverse current, that is the ir, because after the when we remove the supply voltage, then also diode is conducting, that's why this current represented as ir. So here the current decays, so this is the dir by dt. In this point current reaches to 0 point, but after this point also current slope is in negative direction, current flowing through the diode. This current is reverse recovery current. It will shoot a peak value, that is IRM. During time t4 this recovery current decays from 0 to IRM, and during time t5 this reverse recovery current decays to maximum value to 25% of its value. So IRM to 25% of IRM. So during the time t5 recovery current decays from the peak level to the 25% of it. So combination of this time is the reverse recovery time, TRR. TRR is T4 plus T5. So after being in the reverse state, diode is still conducting due to this stored charge. This shaded part is your stored charge and it is represented by QRR. So after the reverse recovery time, diode starts, diode current again decays to 0, and then diode is in turn on state completely. Okay. So during this time, what happened to the voltage? See, during time t4 voltage is still remain in on state voltage, that is the stable level. And when the current reaches to the maximum reverse level IRM, at that moment voltage shoot to the reverse shoot to a maximum level in the reverse direction, that is represented by VRR, and then it will decay to the normal reverse voltage, that is VR. So during the reverse recovery time, you understand the current characteristics and the voltage characteristics. What you understand, during this reverse recovery time, it consists of two time, t4 and t5. t4 is the time between zero crossing of forward current and peak reverse current, that is IRM. And during time t5, what happened? During time t5, charge stored in the depletion region is removed. Okay. So during time t4, during time t4 current reaches 0 to peak level value IRM, and during time t5 all the charge stored in the depletion layer is removed. So t5 is measured from the instant IRM to the instant where 0.25 of IRM is reached. Understood? So what happened during time t5? During time t5, charge from the 2 semiconductor layer is removed. This shaded area is represent as the stored charge, represented by QRR. And this QR must be removed during the reverse recovery time, TRR. So here the T5 by T4 represent as softness factor. What does it mean, softness factor? Softness factor is the measure of voltage transient that occur during the time diode recovers. So what it means? Softness factor means it is the measure of voltage transient. It is the measure of voltage transient that occur during the diode recover. Diode recover means when we turn off the diode, we apply reverse voltage to the diode. So but when we apply reverse voltage to the diode, it still the current through the diode still in conduction, still conducting or still flows. So the diode requires some time to recover the stored charge, and then current decays to zero. So to recover this stored charge, there is some voltage transient occur. This part is the voltage transient. There is some voltage transient occur. So this softness factor is the measure of this voltage transient, which occur during the time, that is this time TRR, during the time diode recover. Okay, so normally this softness factor is represented, or its value is a unity. Okay, understood the total switching characteristics of power diode. So the last part of this switching characteristics is the power loss. Power loss graph. I will show you the power loss graph. This is the last part of the switching characteristics, power loss. So what happened during this power loss graph? What happened during the switching characteristics of diode? What happened? How the power loss? What amount of power loss occurred during the switching characteristics of power diodes? Let me show you. So this is the power loss characteristics during the switching characteristics of diode. See, power loss is the definition of power is the product of voltage and current. So here power loss is the product of ID and VD. This is the ID and VD. Product of ID and VD is the power loss. So the average value of VD into ID gives the total power loss in a diode. Average value of this power loss, average value of this ID into VD gives the total power loss of the in a power diode. See what the here the power loss is the like this, stable. Here some negative direction, power loss is in some negative direction, but the maximum power loss occur during time T4. Why? Because during time during time T5 the maximum power loss occur, because during time T5 voltage transient is in maximum level, voltage shoot to the maximum level or peak level, and here also current is also in a peak level. Current starts decaying from this negative reverse direction peak level to zero, and voltage is shoot to the reverse shoot to the peak maximum value in the, or shoot to the peak level in a reverse direction. So in this time, during time T5, both voltage and current are in peak level. That's why power loss during this time T5 is maximum. So if we found the average value of this power loss, so most of the power loss value will be found during this T5 region. So during this time major power loss will occur. Understood? So this much is all about the switching characteristics of power diode, and the last part is the application and different ratings. I just write in a bullet form so that you can understand what are the main application of power diode, what are the different ratings of power diode. First is the general purpose diode, which is normally used in rectifier. Okay, then the second one is fast recovery diode. Fast recovery diode, which is mainly used in inverter, chopper application. And the third one is Schottky diode. Schottky diode. This is used, like, this is also known as, or it act like a fast recovery, means here the switching is very fast, and the application example is SMPS. So the three types of applications mainly, there are three main types of applications. First one is general purpose diode, which is used in rectifier. Then second one is fast recovery diode, which is used in inverter or chopper application. And the last one is the Schottky diode. Here the switching action is very fast, which is used mainly in SMPS, switch mode power supply. So in these three category, what are the voltage rating, what is the recovery time rating, and what is the IF, forward current. So voltage, in this case voltage rating is 50 volt to 50 kilovolt. In the second case voltage is from some voltage level to up to 3 kilovolt. And in this case voltage level is up to 100 volt, and the recovery time limit is 25 to 50 microsecond, here 5 microsecond, and here it is in the form of some nanosecond. And current rating for the first case is few kiloampere, and this is less than 1000 ampere, or you can say 1 kiloampere, and here the current rating is less than 300 ampere. So these are all the applications: voltage, current and reverse recovery time ratings. And this is all about switching characteristics of power diode. Switching characteristics means the characteristics of voltage, current, power during turn on and during turn off process. Okay, so now you totally understand total detailed information about the power diode construction, power diode operation, power diode VI characteristics, power diode applications, how the holes and what are the holes and electrons movement during the operation of the power diode. All you understand now? Okay, thank you.